Hi guys, welcome to Palace to the Core. My name is Stephen Dawes. Thank you for joining me as always. Now, even though the deadline has passed and the transfer window has shut, there's still a few stories floating around about what happened during transfer time, and especially on deadline day. A couple of them are relating to Palace. One of them relates to Antoine Semenyo, who is at Bristol City. Now, apparently, we have been looking at him, and we were looking at him during the transfer window. However, there is a story has emerged that Doogie Friedman, who is our obviously guy who deals with the bids and that kind of stuff, wasn't happy to place a bid for him until he saw him in action, which I think is fair enough. I mean, you want to see him in action, don't you? And he has been injured for a little while. He has come on for a couple of games against Bristol City, but he only played about 30 minutes on each game. So Doogie Friedman wasn't prepared to risk a bid on someone who could have a long-term injury. I mean, obviously, with Nathan Ferguson, although that's not his fault, he has been injured since he arrived at the club. So I guess the club didn't want to go through that again. And understandably, Doogie Friedman wanted to hold on to the bid until he had seen more of him. So it looks like we possibly might go for him in the January transfer window if he picks up his form and returns to full fitness. Another story that I picked up on was about Wilfred Zaha. I know, Wilfred Zaha, I know. But apparently a couple of papers have said that he did have bids lodged against him, or rather, he was inquired about by various clubs, including Chelsea. And because Crystal Palace put a price on him of at least 30 million, it put off a number of clubs for actually making a formal bid because they wanted obviously Zaha to stay, and so they were put off by the high transfer price that was placed on him. Now, I think that's fair enough. Yes, he's in the last year of his contract, but I'm sure they're hoping to extend that, and I think that it's worth. I mean, if he's worth, I think he's worth at least 25, 30 million. Then why not just ask for that? And that's what they've done. And apparently that put off a few teams from bidding for him. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. I mean, obviously, I'm sure between now and January, they'll be trying to work out a new deal for him so that he stays with the club. And he seems happy enough, so I don't think it's necessarily something that he wanted to push for. It's obviously the clubs have come in and said, look, we want to buy him. How much is he? And they've said, well, upwards of 30 million, and they've turned him down. So I think that's fair enough anyway. So those are the two things going on at the moment. As always, please do subscribe if you want to catch up with more news going on and also match reviews. Let me know down in the comments what you think about those.